Some Americans may already be feeling the effects of the Federal Reserve's fifth interest rate hike this year. The central bank raised its benchmark rate by 3/4 of a percentage point earlier this week. It's the latest attempt to get record high inflation under control. And some economic experts warn there may be more increases to come. For more, let's bring in CBS News chief foreign affairs correspondent and Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan. Margaret, you'll be discussing the latest interest rate hike with the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, Raphael Bostic, on your show Sunday. What impact will rising rates have on Americans and the overall economy?
Well, that is the big question, Catherine, in terms of whether this just makes it more expensive to borrow money to do things like buy a house. Look at mortgage rates at this 14-year high, or does it actually discourage consumers from spending so much that it tips the economy into recession? I mean, this is the calculus the Fed is weighing right now as they look to try to cool off this hot inflation by continuing to raise rates fairly aggressively. And we want to talk to Raphael Bostic about what he sees in his region. He looks at the American South, what's powering the economy there, how are consumers behaving, all of these regional snapshots that the Federal Reserve Bank presidents knit together for a picture of the country to come to that conclusion on how much to move rates by. So we want to get his read on that and the things the Fed can't control. How do they weigh that? And of course, I'm thinking there about Russia's war on Ukraine, which is contributing to energy and food inflation.
You were also at the UN this week covering the annual General Assembly, where Russia and Ukraine were huge topics of discussion, and you'll be speaking exclusively to the Ukrainian president for your show this Sunday. What are you learning about sort of the facts on the ground?
Well, we want to speak to President Zelenskyy about the facts that Russia is trying to create on the ground, so to speak, in eastern Ukraine with this referendum they've staged over 5 days. The U.S. is calling it a sham, where the outcome has already been decided. And this is really to take about 15% of Ukraine's territory and tuck it into Russia officially. That's what this referendum is about. And the question here for President Zelenskyy is how much of this is an escalation of the conflict, along with that recorded address from Vladimir Putin this week, where he talked once again about the nuclear threat, once again dangling that out there to the West to discourage intervention, and also calling up more reservists. So we want to talk to him about the realities on the battlefield and whether they see that battlefield as the real negotiating table right now, Catherine. What do they need to bring this conflict to a close, because it has an impact not just in Ukraine, but on the global economy and on food scarcity in places as far away as Africa. That was one of the big topics at the UN.
Margaret Brennan, thank you. And a quick programming note, you can watch Face the Nation right here on CBS News. It streams at 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern every Sunday.